already, we're just missing one person.
We are. We're just waiting on Kentucky to.
So let's start with this. I'm sure everybody's wondering, why is this man named after a state?
That's a good question. He's not from there.
Will not tell you.
And that's the crazy thing. Like
I know.
You know.
I know.
Well, since he's not here, let's out him. Let's do it right
I tell
now.
people all the time.
So the absolute truth of the matter is he was in the music industry for a long time.
All right. Yeah.
And it was something about his beard, and somebody called him, all right, Kentucky, and he was like, all right, it's Kentucky now.
There you go.
It started out as his roadie name, essentially, and it just stuck.
So wonderful. Well, how did you all meet each other? See, now I've turned into the moderator. Now I'm going to sit in the chair.
Over.
So there we go.
Come on over.
We'll help facilitate some of this before he gets here.
So, how did Tucky get involved? Well, Tucky got involved through Order 66 Toys, which was me and this guy, or more this guy than me. It was at a stage where the Friday night live show we were hosting at that point for, 21 when we met Tucky, I think. So it would have been 3-4 years at that point that we were running the Friday night live show consistently on Facebook Live. Some of you in this room have participated in those. Yeah. And I participated in one or two.
By the way, Andy funded this event, just so you know.
Thank you, Andy. Couldn't have done it without you. Tucky's just started out as one of our claimers. I can't remember if he went into the store first or if he claimed on a Friday night first, but one of the first times I met him was at Order 66 Toys when we were in our Fairview location. And he loves to tell that I upsold him on some Black Series and got him to collect all of Black Series. But what I did was he was looking at the Black Series Snowspeeder that came with Dak, and we had a Snowspeeder Luke as well. So I was like, hey, well, if you want the Snowspeeder, I'll just throw in the Luke. And then he took that as, great, now I have to collect all of it.
So we have a rule on our team that if you collect something and it's any version of a set of 3, you have to complete the set. So to him, Dak was one, Snowspeeder, and Luke.
I think he had one other piece at that time too, at least. But
well, we also had all the helmets.
I can't. I can't quite remember how much he had at that point. It's definitely grown to just about every single Black Series piece for him sealed now.
This is the longest possible way to say we're all nerds.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Look at this. When we said this is what we're, again, we're passionate about the same thing, and we're here. You're speaking to people that totally understand. There's nothing worse than being in this community and being a completionist. There's nothing worse for your retirement plan, for living in a bigger house. Like, nothing hurts you more.
No. You need a bigger house so you can
Correct.
complete.
But you can't afford the bigger house.
Don't worry about that.
My wife and I just decided we'll have dogs instead of children because then there's more rooms for the toys. So, but yeah, but that's the great thing. But like the folks that sell the stuff know, like we just have to say it's limited. Like those limited edition pin sets from Walt Disney World, or the like, we only made 200 of these Ahsoka Tano lightsabers. They end up at Property Control for like $10 because they really made like 600 of them. So
speaking of limited, who has one of the X-Wing pilot pins already?
For one of the staff pins. Oh.
So show those to the people around you.
The
pins that these guys have, they've had to trade our staff members for to complete the set for Trooper World that our friend Joshua Phillips, Star Wars Joshua, is providing for us. It's the exclusive set, the exclusive pin set that we're doing for this year's event.
I already have Thrawn.
Shall we sold?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's the X-Wing. These guys back here have it. Will has it for sure because he just got one of mine.
So you're doing your show. Since we're missing somebody, and at this point, he probably is busy doing something. He's not coming. So you're sitting around and you decide to yourself, hey, self, we need to throw an event. And you put on the show last year. How does that come about? How does that happen?
You want the long version or short version?
What do y'all want?
long version, the long way.
I was just
Through the work that Bobby and I have done with Order 66 Toys and all of the community outreach and our 501st efforts and everything else, somehow we were nominated to take over the legacy of rebelscum.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was all because our whole thing is let's take the hard part out of collecting and let's take all the hate and discontent out of it. And, even the big bad mouse recognized what we were doing and put us as something called the Star Wars Network and kind of put us in charge of making sure that people were not being price gouged on the secondary market. So that's where the live show came from. And then through that, we got enough visibility to take over rebelscum.com. I saw it with Philip Weiss. Philip was, he started Fan Expo. He's kind of the godfather in this industry, and we would not be here without his efforts of helping us out. Something awesome happened out there. So he's kind of handheld and introduced us into this world, but when he brought us out to the compound, he said, we thought that we were there to buy a toy collection.
Right, because he knew about Order 66 Toys, clearly. And we had been operating for almost 10 years at that point as Order 66 Toys when it was at least 10 years. It was 2020. So we had been operating as Order 66 Toys for 10 years at that point. And the live show had been going strong since 2018. And we were just getting more in the community, just making fun and silly content, whether it was toy reviews or our Friday night live shows or an autograph signing or an interview with a Star Wars celebrity guest. We were just trying to do something to stay in touch with you guys, something that was fun, and something that could also just give you a break from the day-to-day too, because there's just so much negative going on all the time enough in our lives that, I feel like it's the least we can do to offer you a little bit of positivity away from that, right? And then I guess maybe that's what led Philip to us. I don't know, but we thought we were there for toys.
Very long story short, we got the nomination, we came out, we sat down with him, and he goes, if the website was yours, what would you do with it?
He said that a lot.
And my number one off the top of my head, the answer was, we have the biggest community of Star Wars collectors in one place on the internet. We need to give them one place to go yearly that's actually affordable. And we need to make this with as much love and care and fandom as we possibly can. And instead of covering what's hot currently, we need to have celebrity guests from all over the franchise. We need to have toys from all over the franchise. We need to have Legos. We need to have posters. I can keep going. You guys know what I mean.
Artists, displays, tattoos.
We need to cover all of it, but we have to find a way to do it in a manageable fashion that's not going to price everybody out. So I told him that.
get it off. Jeez.
Get in here.
Just bring it out there.
Fat guys on a little couch. Oh, you want me to get in there too?
I mean,
There's room across. You
I don't
can.
think we're that friendly.
We can be though if you want.
We're talking about the origins of the show.
So
We're-
we were
at
offered
the-
the website.
Yeah, we're at that
based off of the premise.
I'm on
Hey,
time. Go ahead.
based off of the premise that we were doing something like this, and that we were going to start providing, bringing news and information to people in a more modern way, because unfortunately the website became a little antiquated, and we wanted to go the social media fashion with it and make sure that as you're scrolling, you're seeing the newest news. I'm sure y'all are tired of seeing Bobby's face by now on your scroll.
I see it a lot too, by the way. Maybe even more.
So that's what happened. And he goes, okay, well, the website's going to be yours. And I said, Philip, I'm sorry, there's no way that I can afford that. And he goes, but what if you could? And we worked it out, and from the moment that we signed the paperwork, which was over 3 years. It was 3 years and 4 days before the first event. Actually, we took possession of the first venue on our 3-year anniversary.
Yep.
It was load-in day.
It was loaded.
Whoa.
That was
It was load-in day last year. That was our 3-year anniversary. So we planned our first 5 events loosely for 3 years before we even started the first one.
In the Dallas, Texas area.
Exclusively.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere, guys. We're staying
We're not
in
leaving.
Texas.
Oh, okay, well, there's a caveat to that. Rebel Scum Con will always be here in Dallas. But we may go and hang out at other things and maybe collaborate on other things.
Are you saying satellites?
Yes. Yes, we're going to space.
With virtual networks even.
Yes.
Well, like you talked, it's all about building community. So I mean, that's the thing. It's giving everybody the opportunity, a place to come hang out. Spend a little money if they want, but at least
Well,
make it accessible.
Our ego is not so big that we think that we're building this community. We are trying to heal the community.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is bring people back together and show the appreciation for the fandom that has kind of been missing for a little while.
No, it's a matter of, we talked about it. The reason that I got involved is you got to find a place to go. A lot of other conventions are very much, this is where we're going to do our thing, and they don't look at things like how accessible is the city. And like when we talked about Dallas, I said it's smart. You got 2 major airports. You've got 2 cities to choose venues from. So if this one doesn't work out, and you got to find it, you can find another one. Just it's that ability to move and be mobile. But as long as you pick dates around the same time, and it's not a holiday weekend, that's what's going to help you guys want to come, right? Like, I will say, July in Texas, there are months when it's not 1,000,000 degrees out, but
Well, if it wasn't for kids liking Star
I know
Wars,
exactly. Yeah. You're right.
do the show whenever. But the goal in staying in the hottest, the obnoxiously
Look, it's not Orlando where we're dealing with 100% humidity trying to kill you. so.
No. But we want the ability to have kids to be able to come,
Yeah.
and we want to make sure it's happening before school starts. So that's the goal.
So you held your first event. It was successful. People in the community heard about it because I'm sure you saw that all of a sudden people like us were like, oh, hey, we want to come be a part of this thing. What?
I don't know how.
What were some of the surprising folks that reached out to you that you were like, oh, wow, we're on the map?
There were a lot of messages from year one that went from red to, hey, can I come? And the answer was, yes, please. We want you to
It
come.
was it was also, there was a lot of people that we wanted to reach out to, and a lot of bases that we wanted to touch, and a lot of people, rightfully so, were like, all right, kid, let's see what you got before we get committed.
Yeah, definitely.
And then a big part of it was, the last panel that I did was taking responsibilities and talking about changes and how we can make it better every year. And the closing ceremony for this event will be the same thing. It's like, I want the feedback from everybody that's here and say, okay, what did you not like? What did you love? What can we change? What can we make better?
Yeah. Well, no, it's hard, and that's the thing, and it's the thing that you're going to have to adjust to as this grows. Is as you noticed, as you're running around probably twice as much as you were this time last year. As events grow, it gets harder, But the thing to remind all of y'all is that it's 3 guys just trying to put something on. Well, it's more than just the 3 of you, but
Well, it's more than a 3, but this is the
It's a big family.
the co-mind right here of the birth of it. But there's a lot more people in there that are making this happen. But
There's people in this room.
yeah,
We got Sean Crockett in the front, who's one of our investors. We got Kevin Lyle back here, who is one of.
I don't think you're paid.
you're not
to speak
paid to
any of
speak
them.
in any panel.
I thought you were asleep for a second.
Yeah. Doesn't he have to pay you to be the moderator? Isn't that how it works?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
If he
I thought.
wants to break that record,
he said if without Mark, if Mark Newbold doesn't exist, he has the most Star Wars interviews. So technicality.
153.
Yeah.
He wants to get up here. So
That's
bad.
incredible. Seriously.
Okay, you'll have your time, champ.
You have like 5 today, so you're good.
By the way, Kevin Lyle has some incredible panels throughout the weekend. Please check the panel schedule and sit through all of them. His panels are awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about that first one on Saturday though. I don't think I'd come to that one.
Everyone better come to that one. I think that's the coolest one.
That's the one that no one's ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are the first. Yeah.
Can you tell the audience what that panel is?
That's the panel about me. There's a bunch of look. It's hard because like I get this. Not everybody knows who I am either, and I'm okay with that. I am just a Star Wars fan. But I said before, like, I mean, we're friends now, but we met through Star Wars, like that. Like,
Yes.
Of all the very few things that I in my career that I'm proud of is the moment that I think I got quoted in the New York Times as, George Lucas made this movie for children, and there are people that are best friends and in relationships because of this thing he made for children. Mm-hmm. And, even he didn't understand what he was doing when he did it. And that's what's happening with you guys, is you're creating something like there are going to be people that are lifelong friends because they met here.
Yeah.
There's nothing that has warmed my heart more than seeing people I didn't know last year that have returned this year, and they walk up and it's all hugs. It's like, dude, I didn't even know you a year ago, and now we're hugging.
I made a bunch of lifelong friends last year, but what was funny circling back to what you asked earlier about people who weren't involved on year one, but then wanted to come back or wanted to come out on year two. Some of those were just really awesome bonds and friendships that I made prior to here and in between just doing some of those interviews and podcasts that we've done leading up to year two that I would probably consider lifelong friendships going forward. And I'm just super excited to meet every single one of them. And some of them I have. It's been great.
So what do you want everyone to take away from this weekend?
It's a Star Wars summer camp with your best friends. That's what the vibe is. That's like, there's stuff to buy, there's autographs, there's people to meet, but more important than any of that is talking to the people around you.
Yeah.
Because how else are we going to heal this community without that happening?
For me, it's joy. I'm hoping that people leave this weekend just full of joy, having had a really good time, getting to meet that one or several Star Wars celebrity guests that you've been excited to meet this whole time, or just been anticipating all year, or since we've announced them.
Or meet again.
Yeah, or meet again.
Or meet again.
Or maybe it's, meeting that friend that you just made on the spur of the moment last year or something. Maybe it's seeing that friend again. Maybe that's the super special part.
Yeah.
But regardless, at the end of the day, I hope you leave with joy.
Oh, it's my turn now. I mean, with these two guys' help, I kind of put together a guest list of a bunch of people I wanted to meet, and I was hoping that you guys would want to meet them too. And it's kind of, we just I don't know what they were saying before I got here because I was putting a couple fires out, but we essentially put this together to try to find a little bit for everybody. So that's everyone who's into Star Wars can find something that they want here at this show, and that's going to always be our goal. And sometimes it's going to be more, sometimes it's going to be less. There's going to be something for everybody, and hopefully there's a lot for everyone.
Kentucky is in charge of all of our logistics and booking. His attitude going into the show was, who do we want to see?
Yeah,
And we'll invite everybody else too.
yeah.
It was supposed to be 25 guests this year.
Yeah, yes, we have a 25 guest maximum this year.
Yeah.
So that meant 32.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. Yep. I think we were at 30 maximum last year, and that was 42. So
You're learning your lesson.
Well, I'm yes, yeah.
You're getting closer to that
I
25.
also run some of the finance, so I'm eventually gonna learn math.
So speaking of
next year,
but that's our transition. So speaking of the finance, most people don't know it can take up to 5 years for these things to be profitable.
Yeah.
So what can they do? What are small things that they can do to make sure that you hit that goal to become profitable so we can keep doing it? Is it buying tickets? Is it making sure to see autograph guests? Is it buying stuff from the hotel bar? Or like what are things that they can do to help make sure that you're profitable?
To like open the curtain and kind of unveil the things that will help shows like ours that don't have unlimited budgets, that don't have corporations funding them, that don't have 17 shows across the country at this per year, is if you like this show and the tickets go on sale, get them, because the more money that comes in from selling tickets early puts more money in the pot, and then I go and spend it all, and I spend it all on booking guests and their flights and their hotels and everything else it takes to get them here. And so if you know you want to come and you know you're going to come and we make tickets available, come and get them. And then I'm going to keep building it as the money becomes available. As soon as it hits the account, I spend it on the show. And hopefully maybe one day there'll be a little bit left over after the show. But until then, I'm going to keep doing it the same way until we can't do it anymore.
Also, checking out our autograph guests while you're here is a huge help. If you're not familiar with how autograph guests work, they're on guarantees, which means if they don't make their money, we got to pay them out of our pocket. So the more money y'all spend, the more money we have to put towards next year.
Yep.
And again, that's the best way to support us, and that's the best way to support any local show too that you also regularly attend, whether that's here or in some other neck of the woods. Wherever you're at, make sure you're supporting your local shows as early as you can, because that's what helps keep us make fun stuff for you guys.
Do we have a moment that we can take some questions from the audience?
100%. We have plenty of time. You've got another 35 minutes that we're not going to need, but let's.
I love questions.
Anybody got a question?
Who's got a question? You look like you got a question.
So like, you don't have like it's like a fine maybe for like next year's guests.
I can tell you, we have some
Yes, I do.
in place.
Yeah.
That we definitely will not be revealing right now.
That might be a good closing ceremony announcement.
VIP badge, so he'll still be here on Sunday.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Want to be at the closing.
I hope you're still here on Sunday. If you're not, you're going to miss out on some fun stuff.
Maybe.
We do have a theme that we want to stick with next year.
Which happens sometimes.
We tried a few different themes this year.
We usually start with a main theme, and then it turns into a few different themes. And
So what was the original theme for this weekend?
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith, which I think General Grievous and company, we got a little bit of Revenge of the Sith happening there, I think.
Yeah, but then it was like, well, if Grievous is going to be here, let's talk to Maul.
Yeah.
And then it turned into Force Unleashed a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Maul's going to be here, let's talk to Maul.
But then there's also like a little bit of ILM.
Yeah.
And OT.
Oh, there's always going to be a sub-theme of original trilogy and behind-the-scenes guys that we feel as though have never got enough love. So guys like King Quang and everybody else.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lauren Peterson.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
Bros, what's up, my mess?
Yep. The vendor room today looks, to me, busier than at the peak on Saturday last year. So, and today, based on not the multi-day passes, but just on the single-day passes, has the lowest attendance numbers for single-day passes. So it's gonna grow over the weekend.
Do you remember your number from last year? How many people were here last year?
There wasn't an exact number. It was a ballpark.
Do you remember like ticket sales? Like
That's
even if you just look at pre-sale ticket sales, like do you think you sold more pre-sale than you did last?
we sold more
we definitely
pre-sale than we had.
Okay,
This year, our pre-sales worked that.
great.
I think you're off. There. You're loud, but I'll yell.
Hello.
You should turn it off.
I've probably been touching it.
It's definitely more this year than last year.
Batteries bad.
Our pre-sales this year dwarfed last year.
Our pre-sales this year have gotten very close to, if not past, total attendance last year.
All right. But that goes back to the comment earlier, like as soon as they put tickets on sale, buy them so that they have the money to get those guests that you want to see. So
Absolutely.
And that's absolutely legitimate. I can't believe he said it out loud. When the tickets go on sale, like that's our funds to operate most of the rest of the convention. Of course, there are certain things that we do on the business side. We have some sponsors that we work with.
Which, the situation with tariffs and stuff that didn't help us out.
yeah.
Oh, we
Well, no, but then the other thing they don't realize is like this hotel required a deposit. That money has to come from somewhere, and then at the end of this, they're going to hit you with a bill for all these extra things that you weren't expecting, because that's their sneaky little thing.
They sure did too.
One particular guest was really thirsty, so we got him a bottle of water. That'll be $47.95.
Correct.
And we're going to have to pay that person labor.
Yep.
Off that bottle of water, so there's an additional charge for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of
that's just the hotel industry in general.
But that's not anything. That's not anything against this building.
No. That's everything. Look,
Nature of the beast.
even the other big show, like there's a reason it's not in one city and different one in California.
Question as directly as possible. We feel as though the event has already grown really well. One of the big changes that we want from last year to this year is that a lot of people, I've heard it several times from returning guests and returning vendors, that the venue last year felt kind of sterile and kind of like a hospital, especially in the vendor room where everything was white and concrete and having the warm colors here and the high ceilings.
In carpet on the floor.
And
Carpet's so much nicer.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
the carpet is so
Nice.
much better. So
The droids don't love it, but they'll be fine.
to answer the question, we are very happy with our growth. And as much as we grew from last year to this year, we're hoping to grow more than that next year.
Well, I'll say also whoever was working on your marketing, like whatever you spent on internet marketing was worth it, because as someone that I saw your stuff. Like I didn't see your stuff for the first one, and I was your target audience. So you've clearly figured that out better. I mean, I'm sure y'all probably saw the same thing. Like it was way more visible this year than it was last time. So
We got caught in an echo chamber last year where it was the Order 66 people, the rebelscum.com people, and not a lot of people outside of that.
Yeah.
So, we were able to get a good amount of people here, but those were the people that would be here for whatever.
correct. Well, but that's the other thing that y'all can do to help too, is just by you saying, "Hey, I'm going to be here," all of these websites are set up to because they're a business, they have to pay to get their info out. But if you say, "Hey, I'm going to be there," however many friends you have will see that. It's working against them. The days of a Facebook event for free for people to come to, those are long over. Like they want your money. And as soon as they know your event, they're going to hide you.
Oh yeah.
If you're trying to just organically share your
Yeah, that's not
pay them,
not a thing anymore.
You'll get blocked for real.
they will, kind of shadow ban and kind of suppress.
So yeah, and that's what I did. I talked about that. But as I started doing conventions and people were like, "Oh my God, we love to do a celebration," I was like, "Hey man, there's an event in Dallas that's inexpensive to get to. Like, come join." And I bumped into a couple people that were like, "Hey, we're here," and I was like, "Great." Now they're supporting the event. So it's the same thing that y'all can do to help. Like, very much through sitting here with you, I've heard that, hey guys, this is your show. We're healing the community. So
Except for the booking, that's for me.
yeah, okay, got it.
But it's for everyone. It's for me and everyone. And us.
No, it's for you, and you invited them.
But
Any other questions? What's up, my man? This year or in general in our experience with the convention? My favorite thing so far is the growth of the 501st and the costume clubs. We got them out of the vendor room and we gave them their whole area, and they've been so wonderful to work with. The swag trade stuff, that's my favorite part of every convention. The pin hunt, the patch hunt. We went really hard this year, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
It's minutes. Josh likes bands. I'm surprised you took the time to make it to this panel and weren't tearing up on packs of the blind bag pins right now. But thank you for being here.
He was I want to point out he was the first one here. Mr. Walk in 10 minutes late. Just using the generic, I was putting out fires. Let me see some receipts.
Dang.
Have you heard his phone going off this entire
I haven't.
It's odd.
I can feel it vibrating over
No,
here.
no, that's mine. My phone has been vibrating since I sat down, but I'm not going to look at it because I'm afraid.
Yeah, you should just leave those on the nightstands in the hotel room. No good can come from any of those anymore.
I do have to take a peek. I really do.
What's it say? Oh, that's a lot. Okay,
Yeah, no, it's a lot, but
that's all I know.
Still not going to look.
well, there's someone getting picked up from the airport right now, so I wanted to make sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's important to
So
look.
it's like, okay.
Yeah. Bobby, what's your favorite part of the show so far?
What's my favorite
Don't
part?
tell
Show
me the
some.
Matt Wood picture that you got yesterday.
Oh, I saw that too. Like that. And to me, I feel like it's just Matt. Like, why is this such a big deal? I forget.
Well, I mean,
For you, though, I now know. Yeah.
for me, it's the
Roger,
droids.
Roger.
So my number one thing, in case y'all haven't heard, my number one favorite thing about Star Wars is battle droids. If I have to boil it down to one thing that makes me smile the most, it's battle droids. So, yes, meeting Matt Wood is one of the experiences I've been most excited about. But as far as my favorite takeaway from the convention overall is one of the initial things I set out to do. And really, it's the relationships and the friendships that we've been making and the communities we've been bringing together, because we've all been kind of out there scattered like all the different rebel cells and when the rebellion was, in infancy. Kind of, yeah. And then it's like,
Hey, man, he's using a Star Wars reference here. Like,
Right.
You're like shaking his head over him like, this is you. It's Rebel Scum Con.
right. Now, I'm not saying that
I'm shaking my head because I can't stop him.
I'm not saying that we're, Mon Mothma making a speech, bringing these communities together. I'm just saying we're one of the communities coming together. And for me, it's really great to see the formation of all of you rebel scum gathering with us here.
Sorry, just ignore it. I've learned to.
Together. And just getting to actually meet some of these faces for the first time that some of you known for many, many years through what we've done through the Order 66 Toys live show, whether that's your face that I've actually gotten to see through a profile picture, or I finally got to meet you at some other convention or previous event.
Screen name or gamer tag,
Yeah.
on a YouTube comment.
Yeah. I've been genuinely excited to meet every single one of you, just as much as you've been excited to meet me, if you have been. So thank you guys for coming. Seriously, that's the best part for me, is having you here.
By the way, how awesome is this thing? We got to make sure that we thank our team that's running the panel room. Nemo's leading that, and we brought in some outside help to make sure that look, it's right there. I keep
so
looking at it. I'd rather watch that.
I've built a lot of these video walls over the years, touring the music industry, and I've never been on one of them except for like in a couple seconds at like a sound check or something. So that's kind of, it's a little surreal. It's weird. That's like I feel like it's easier on podcasts because all I'm doing is looking at my computer screen or my webcam, and it's a little different up here. I'm a little weirded out by it, but it's I don't know. I just like this has been a lot of fun.
I just like to make direct
And
contact.
yesterday, just seeing seeing almost as many people that were with us on Friday last year were in line to pick up their badges on Thursday was a real cool thing. It kind of validated what we were doing.
Oh no, I looked at it and went, we got to do something next year on Thursday night. Like immediately it was like, because what's going to happen now is they're all going to go somewhere else. Let's do something.
I wonder if there was a Spencer Jowitz around that knows anything about doing things.
Yeah,
Thursday nights.
I don't know.
What's he doing?
Maybe the Spencer Jowitz was the friends we made along the way. Since he's not in the opening panel.
We were talking about our favorite things so far. By far, my favorite thing outside of the costume clubs that I mentioned
Is Spencer.
and the swag. I was here on Wednesday, temporarily grabbing somebody to go to dinner, and I could not get in the front door because people were checking in 2 days early to make sure that they were here, got good rooms. That filled my heart so much. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna come in, we're gonna be here 2 days early, and instead of going and seeing Dallas during the convention, we want to get this out of the way now so we can have fun all weekend.
Thanks.
Hey, you're awesome.
Thank you so much. That's the gift and the curse they gave me.
You guys are awesome.
Phone again.
Other questions?
Yes. A lot of people are excited for Lauren.
That happened.
Thank you.
While I was at the Order 66 house, like right before our Friday Night Live sale was about to start. Dominic, who is his agent, who had just become his agent, he goes, "Hey man, I need to talk to you real quick. Can you call me?" And I'm like, "Sure," because we've never even talked on the phone. It was only through text or Facebook Messenger or whatever, or email. And he said, "Hey, I think I might have the capability of obtaining Lauren Peterson as a client." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "He's just going to come back and start doing shows again, but one show a year is pretty much all he's going to do. So this year he wants to do your show." And I go, "Oh, well, I mean, are you asking me?" Wait, because if you're asking me that, well, it's already a yes. You said Lauren Peterson.
What time does it want to be
perked
here?
up and we're good to go. Like, just yes. When? Oh, cool. Yes. Okay.
That was pretty much our reaction.
Yeah.
All of them. Though,
Yeah.
to be honest,
majority of them, but that was definitely one of the ones that felt super special to me, because it was like I had just so late discovered the Light and Magic doc on Disney Plus.
it's fantastic.
And I
Yeah,
just started. I mean, I knew all the names involved with ILM and Skywalker Sound and Lucas throughout the years. But I knew the names, and I didn't really was able to attach them directly to all the things that they did. And then that Light and Magic show came, and I had just started it, and I was like, "Oh man!" I'm like, I wonder, maybe if what? And then that phone call came, and it was like, "This is weird."
good timing.
Yeah, the timing was. Yeah, you have something. Yeah,
Philip says,
yeah.
because is the guest. Almost.
Yeah.
All I gotta tell you, get VIP next year,
I will spoil that.
because we got something big up our sleeves.
We are talking more in that vein.
You know what? I sorry.
That's all I can.
It's never gonna stop.
Should we get your phone its own microphone?
No, please not. And then as soon as Lauren signed on, I was like, okay, now, yes, because that's exactly how my brain does. I mean, if you look at the room, and we actually, unlike a lot of other shows, we organize the guests as well the same way that you would if you were watching the show. Like we have all the Bad Batch people put together, so it's like you can go and meet all your Bad Batch friends if that's who you're coming to meet, and you can go, movie by movie or show by show, or people or rebels, and then Sith. So as soon as Lauren signed on, and we already had Howie, And we already had Matt like, okay, we got a little bit of behind the scenes going on here. I mean, David W. Collins, that was another awesome addition. And that was directly from Sam.
This is his first signing ever.
Yeah, first time being a signer at a show. He's been to celebrations. He's been to other cons. He's contributed.
Yeah, he was our host at Celebration. He was the Empire State, the other stage host for years. And then one year they're just like, yeah, we can't afford to bring him. Same with Amy Radcliffe. They were the two that like were always our go-tos. And then one year they were just like, yeah, we can't afford to bring him anymore. And his soundtrack, the fact he's doing, and I told him at Celebration, like, you got to do your panel. Yeah. That soundtrack show panel, like when you explain music theory related to, like, it's amazing. And I was fortunate. I saw him do one on Back to the Future because that's my, and it was just like, I never looked at the music that way. And I said, I got to see your Star Wars one. And this is the group to do it in front of. And he's like, yeah, we could probably do that.
I don't know if you guys have been checking your social media because I was just going to say.
Yeah, it's moved into this.
So I don't know if you've been checking your social media because you're living in the moment here because this is fun too. But like, the social media is cool as well. So we could say it here as well. The soundtrack show has moved into this room. So because we had a.
Well, I have all the audio equipment to run it. So like it's going to be great.
Perfect.
So.
Awesome.
Yeah. I think oh boy, that's ideal question.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my thing. But your kid best up as has step it comes one so important. Think for yourself.
So there's definitely more that's on the YouTube channel that haven't been brought into the website yet, and we're working on that. Yeah, that we migrated when we first started last year. We didn't build a Rebel Scum Con YouTube. I think we didn't foresee everyone wanting to come to this thing, or we did, but we kind of just like we took it in steps, and we're like, well, rebelscum.com has a YouTube, and we could just put the panels there. It's easy, it's there. Well, and then then we're like, well, wait a second,
same media team too.
Sure, so it's the same media team, but we're like, we kind of put our heads together and decided like, well, okay, well, if it's going to be panel stuff and stuff for the con, we should just get a channel for it, and we'll build another channel. And we've kind of migrated the stuff over there, and we're still in the progress of just getting everything on the website. Our website guy has just been inundated with guests announcements and tattoo guests and artists, and the panel schedule is getting updated about daily because
which our artist is also having to update daily.
Yep, and so. But
what's up, dude?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
and thank you. Yeah, thank you for
also
watching.
Having the footage from last year was a huge help in building the
yeah.
This year, because a lot of people had bad FOMO. They're like, "What was that? When? Where?"
I can't wait till to see how
the Ahmed Best panel, especially. That was one of the ones that Ahmed stole the show in the panel. I mean, he was in a prequel panel, and Amy and some of the ladies that were in that panel, they're like, "What are we doing here? This is the Ahmed Best show." And then he had his own panel not much later, and it was it was new material, more Ahmed Best stuff. And I mean, that guy is fantastic, and he has so much to talk about. He has such a great story, and the full circle of it is just, I mean, it's amazing. And the fact that we were like able to bring him out for like the first major show he had done,
since Celebration.
That was a similar story to what happened with Lauren.
Yeah.
Because out of nowhere, he was like, "Okay, I guess I'll do." This is Ahmed. Last year, he goes, "All right, I guess I'm gonna start doing shows again." And he turned down like 9.
No. His agent is a buddy of mine. He said 27 shows he turned down, and he did 4 last year.
And he said yes to us because rebelscum.com in the forums was some of the people that went to bat for him when he was going through all the hate and discontent. And that was one place he knew that he can go and get some love,
which he didn't deserve.
Yeah, of course. That goes without saying, but yeah.
The hate and discontent.
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't.
The love was deserved.
The love was deserved. Yeah, he didn't deserve the hate.
Did you have a question, dude?
What makes it the soundtrack show?
It'll be in here, yeah.
So at the same time as I
No, it's going to swap to another thing, I don't know if you've saw on social media, Shannon McRandall just has an illness and she wouldn't be able to travel. Yeah, she had messaged me and she said the illness that she had was contagious, so she definitely couldn't come and put anybody else at risk. So we made an announcement this morning. I hope our marketing team got it out there already, and so we had that opening up in the panel room. So we wanted to utilize it, and David was immediately the first thing we thought of was like, hey, let's get the sound check show in panel room A, and we're like, okay, cool. I'll go through the emails. Maybe I'll hit David up on Instagram. I don't have his phone number right now, and I walked out of the elevator, and Matt and Dave were just standing there, and I'm like, Skywalker Sound, nice to see you guys. I said, David, I got a question for you, and he's like, yes, and I go, perfect, okay.
I think we got time for one more question. What's up?
Yeah. What's up?
Oh,
How much time do we have? No.
Okay. Do you like karaoke?
there's no such thing as one thing you can't miss.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when we're building a show like this, building a convention like this, there's no way to do everything.
Yeah.
Because there's only one you, right? So, in my opinion, this was built in a manner so that each individual can make their own list of can't miss.
Yeah. Yep. 100%.
Well, but we talked about it at the beginning. You can't see everything. You can't buy everything.
No.
The goal is to make new friends and meet new people and build your community.
I would say if you want to do something really fun and social, it's another paid event. But oh wait, no, that one's sold out.
No, I don't think you can go to Bunta if you didn't get your ticket already.
Oh, here's my
Did you get
correct
the
answer.
tickets?
The Katie Sackhoff show.
The Katie,
Yes, that's
gonna
another
be really cool.
Yeah.
Katie and Emily, they just keep doing weird, wacky, fun videos promoting their appearance together on Sunday. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Someone was texting me about the figure one they did. They said
Yes.
the figure when they were playing with their action
Tate,
figures. That felt very Bobby coded.
There was one late pickup last night for the airport, and it was Tate, and I was like, I'm doing it. I'm going to go pick up my buddy. Tate Fletcher's a buddy of mine. I'm glad to be able to say that. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go pick up Tate. And so my girlfriend Cheyenne, she came with, and the two of us went to go. And we had an amazing talk on the way back from the airport. And that was one of the things he was talking about. He's like, what's up with that action figure one? He's like, it was pretty suggestive. And I go, I mean, it's kind of the way she was sitting in the scene in the episode. And he's like, yeah, but it just looked even more suggestive with action figures. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of weird. He's like, I don't know. It's probably because of that bird's eye view. He's like angles. Everything in life, it's angles.
Well, listen, guys, thanks for coming to the panel. We hope that everybody has an absolutely wonderful time this weekend. If you have any other questions, find one of us.
We will always be available for you.
This is a convention where you will always be able to approach ownership and leadership no matter what, and that will never change.
I may run away, but I'll try to answer as much as I can and then run on to the next person.
And you're free to run with us.
You can.
If you can keep up.
If they're on the phone, though, you probably want to wait till
I'm always on the phone. You can ask me whatever, whenever.
There's only one more thing to say.
What's that?
Welcome to Rebel Scum Con.
Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here.